It's Gorman in the morning with Fletcher and Ryder. Now, 92 KQRS.
Gorman in the morning. This is Minnesota's 92 KQRS. It is Tuesday, September the 30th.
Here we
Let's
go.
Get the hell out of here, September. I'm having a good day already, which is a lie because I had very little sleep, and this is me pretending to feel good. Paul Fletcher, what's up, brother?
Wow. Did you say September 30th?
I did.
Well, I'm obligated as a husband to wish my lovely a big, giant happy birthday. She's been working her butt off lately, so happy birthday, Spencer.
I know she's listening.
Probably not. But.
Yeah. Ryder?
You smell something, Rabbit? Fear.
Big Bad Super Trooper calling in.
Yeah.
Oh, right on.
Yeah,
Woo.
buddy.
Is that happening
Fear.
Today?
Yeah.
We got a Super Trooper on the show today?
Absolutely.
The syrup guzzling rookie. Yeah.
Man, fantastic.
gonna be good. It's gonna be
Erik
good.
Stolhanske
Correct.
at about 9:25.
That's my guy.
My God, is that not a funny group of people?
It is.
The Super
Truly is.
Troopers.
Yeah, they're
But
amazing.
right now we have more business to tend to, more immediate business, and that's in the form of headlines. I'm feeling Minnesota, Paul Fletcher.
Speaking of funny people, comedy legend Jerry Seinfeld is returning to the Twin Cities for 2 shows next spring.
Okay.
He'll be back-to-back, actually, at the Orpheum on Saturday, March 21st. Tickets go on sale through Hennepin Arts this Friday. You can get them online at hennepinarts.org. You can also go to the State Theater box office and buy them in person if you want. So,
Okay, here's
Yeah.
my flex. I saw him in 1985 in a comedy club.
Oh,
holy
yeah?
crap.
How about that?
Was he a headliner at that
Oh,
point?
yeah. Zany's in Nashville, big time, Thanksgiving week. And me and my brother and my girlfriend were like the first people in line. Let's go.
Nice.
He was a late night, he was a Letterman staple.
Yes.
Tonight Show, the Carson. Oh, yeah, he was great.
That's awesome.
And then I kind of lost touch with him after the 80s. I don't know what happened.
Yeah, he did it. Well, he got busy, I think.
Did he?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, a couple things going on.
Cool.
AOL ends its dial-up service today after more than 35 years. I feel like there should be a piano in the background of like just sending them off. The decision announced last month marks the end of a service once synonymous with accessing the internet. When America Online launched dial-up in 1989, it was among the first. The approach used a modem to convert computer data into audio signals, which could then travel over phone lines. What a concept. The dial tone was so ubiquitous in the 90s, it was considered part of the soundtrack of the decade, even inspired the 1998 rom-com You've Got Mail. Today, though, company offers email, media, and data services, so they're still kicking.
The way that that AOL, like the way that you say, give me a Kleenex instead of give me a tissue, you just take that brand.
Yeah.
People would say like, oh, there's a whole internet out there beyond AOL. And I was like, I don't care. No, it's just AOL. That's all I understand. When they were talking about like other ways to get online, I was like, I don't understand. I thought AOL was the whole internet. It was like that for a while with me. A little slow on the uptake.
I used Instant Messenger like it was. I mean, that was.
Oh, sure.
I was so reliant on that for so many things.
Absolutely.
Oasis just wrapped their North American tour, and Liam Gallagher is hinting at the possibility of more Oasis gigs in 2026.
No way.
Yeah.
Print more money?
Wow. Wait, go have fun playing songs that 70,000 people sing along to as if you're the Beatles and they want to keep going? Crazy that.
This is fueling rumors of additional shows following the current tour. Despite previous denials of any new music or tour dates from the band's management, Liam asserted that he and his brother are the sole decision makers for Oasis updates.
Yeah, being their manager that's anyone else's personal assistant. That guy's not making a single decision, trust me.
The Simpsons 2, officially in the works at Disney's 20th Century. It's slated to release in theaters on July 23rd, 2027. Disney and 20th Century haven't confirmed any plot details, but shared the poster on Instagram, which features a signature pink donut. And the tagline, Homer's coming back for seconds.
Man, speaking of printing money.
Yeah.
Good gracious.
Minneapolis' first ever traffic safety cameras will begin enforcing speed limits this week. The pilot program launches tomorrow, part of the city's Vision Zero initiative to eliminate traffic deaths and severe injuries on Minneapolis streets. Speed enforcement cameras in Minneapolis will initially launch at the following 5 locations where the devices have been installed on traffic lights: Nicollet Avenue South near 46th, Chicago Ave South near Franklin, 3rd Street North near 1st Ave North, 18th Ave Northeast near Central, and Fremont Ave North near Broadway.
Okay.
That's where the cameras are. Fair
Game
warning.
on.
Yep, it is game on. You're right.
I have no plans to be anywhere near any of those places anytime soon.
Or just be driving the speed limit, and it'll be a non-issue.
Oh, that's no fun.
Congress must pass a federal funding bill by midnight tonight to avert the shutdown of all non-essential government operations. President Trump met with congressional leaders yesterday in a last-minute bid to break an impasse on a short-term spending measure, but disagreements remain. Earlier this month, the Republican-led House passed a stopgap bill to fund the government through November 21st, but the Senate rejected it. Senators are set to reconsider the measure today. The House, though, is not scheduled to return until October 7th.
It's crazy to think that, I mean, I get it. The government might shut down. This is what happens when you have two parties at loggerheads and one of them isn't in control of every aspect of the federal government. Oh, wait, they are. Sorry, we were saying?
I was saying that Axl Rose is being transformed into half human, half robot in a new cyberpunk graphic novel series called Axl Rose, Appetite for Destruction.
Okay.
Here's the plot. Set in a neon-drenched paradise city where humans and robots are meant to coexist, Appetite for Destruction follows Axl Rose, a half-human, half-robot, who lives on the fringes and finds solace in the music of a back-alley lounge singer. When she vanishes under mysterious circumstances, Axel's search for answers drags him into a deadly conspiracy, one that could decide the fate of humanity itself. You can pre-order now for $39.99. Comes out in January.
Couple thoughts here. There's a lot of musicians that I would think to myself, you know what? The fate of humanity itself, go ahead and put him in his hands. That's a good one. Axel's not on my personal list.
No, not
I'm
so
just
much.
saying.
Yeah.
Doesn't occur to me.
Unless he was half robot, because then then all bets are off.
I remember realizing I had the ultimate trump card in the conversation about if you should pay attention to birth signs and astrology.
Okay.
And when I realized that Axl Rose shares a birthday with Bob Marley, I was like, nope.
Oh.
Nope.
Very
Sure don't.
divergent careers.
Nope. Sorry. Nothing to do with each other.
There
That's
are more Bigfoot enthusiasts than you'd expect, and many of them flocked to White Hill, New York over this past weekend as the small town held its annual Sasquatch Festival. I can't believe you weren't there.
But that's good people watching right there. That beats the airport any day.
Oh, yeah.
Whitehall bills itself as the Bigfoot capital of the Northeast, and this year's event featured everything from researchers to live music and the always popular Sasquatch calling contest. There were over 150 vendors. It did not, however, draw out the fabled creature, of course.
By the way, I don't believe for 1 second there is or has ever been a Sasquatch or whatever you want, a Yeti or an abominable snowman or anything. That
Agreed.
said, I would be thrilled if one walked out and just picked up one of those guys and threw him into a tree or something. What if there really was one and he turned up at the Bigfoot Festival? That would be good. That'd be good watching.
Mm-hmm.
I agree, 1,000%.
Can we talk sports for a minute?
No.
No?
Nope, can't.
It's going to be traumatic, but go for it.
Okay. The Minnesota Twins have moved on. The Rocco Baldelli era now has a finish date, and that's yesterday. After 7 seasons, I mean, you got to start making moves, and the most unsurprising, most predictable one is let go of a guy after 7 years.
Yeah.
This year's 70-92 record, pretty awful. Look, two things can be true. He's a scapegoat for a terrible ownership family.
Yeah.
But it's also probably time they move on. 7 years is a long time when you're not winning 5 of those 7 seasons or even 4 of those 7 seasons. Look, a year ago, mid-August of 24, the team was sitting at 70-53 and then collapsed down the stretch. And we all know what happened this past season. So it's not like the last, 13 months have been anything close to a ringing endorsement for Baldelli continuing.
Yeah.
It's not all on him, of course. But again, like I say, you got to start making moves somewhere. And the Pohlads are not going to fire themselves.
No.
And by the way, he's going to manage somewhere else and will probably do just fine.
Sure.
Let's hope.
The WNBA has a collective bargaining agreement that is going to expire Halloween Day, which means they will then begin negotiating a whole new deal with the Players Union, which means there's no guarantees there will be a season next year if the league decides to draw hard lines in the sand. There's going to be a lot of wheeling and dealing, but that makes perfect sense. The league has exploded. The viewing numbers are through the roof. The in-person numbers are through the roof, which is, by the way, exactly the same pace. The NBA, it took the NBA 30 years to not be a failure. But no one thought twice about continuing to invest in that. But the WNBA is always on life support because people don't realize it's a long-term investment like every sports league that's ever existed.
Right.
That's how they all work. The players union will be getting a big part of a massive new media deal that the league has signed, and they deserve it. One interesting thing, all 5 Lynx starters are unrestricted free agents.
Holy cow.
All 5 of them. As are the 3 women off the bench with the most minutes. The top 8 players are all unrestricted. So there's no telling what this team's going to look like next year.
Wow.
Caitlin Clark, Angel Reese, and Paige Beckers, the 3 young, 1 rookie and 2 second-year players, they're under their rookie deals. Yeah. So the new CBA doesn't change them. But everyone else, all the veterans, locked themselves in to be free agents now. So they will all make buku dollars moving forward. Wow. Good for them.
Holy smokes.
Not necessarily great for the Lynx in terms of what this team's going to look like. It will be interesting.
Maybe they can find a Brinks truck somewhere.
Yeah, well, I would imagine that's going to be the case. I don't think anybody wants to be the people that torch a season right as it's finally exploding.
Right.
West St. Paul, which I'm just going to say, by God, that is not the west side of St. Paul, Minnesota. That's its own damn town, West St. Paul.
Correct, it sure is.
So glad you know that.
You should go check it out sometime. It's kind of nice.
West St. Paul is lovely, especially this time of year.
I like it over there. We all can sit on our porch and look at younger generations and mock them mercilessly, but Gen Z is earning it hard. I mean, yet again, another example of how damaged the kids are. The kids are not all right, and I'm going to explain exactly why that is.
Gorman in the morning. Coming right back. 92 KQRS. Streaming from 92KQRS.com. Gorman in the morning is back. 92 KQRS.
I've got 2 kids who are Gen Z. Now, Gen Z's what? Like you're born between like 1996 or 7 and like 2012 or 13. Generally, that little range. That's Gen Z. So I got a 2000 and a 2002. But I will say they are outliers because Gen Z people. All right, let's go back. Okay, Gen X. When we're in the car, especially on the highway, what are we doing? We're rocking.
Hell yeah.
We're playing music, and we're playing music probably a little louder than we should because we look up and go, oh, I didn't even hear that siren approaching because we're rocking out.
Right.
That's what we do.
Yeah.
Gen Z, young adults, more often than not say they like complete silence when in the car, especially on the way to work in the morning.
Really?
No, they're not listening to podcasts. They're not listening to radio. They're not listening to music. They like a calm, soothing environment. Where did we go wrong with this generation of people?
They're raw dogging the drive into work?
Yes,
that
exactly.
Is wrong.
That's brutal.
I can tell you that not my kid, my daughter especially, Marley Gorman, if you call her and she's on the road, she's not answering unless the song has just ended.
Oh, yeah.
She's like, sorry, I can't be bothered. Dad, who pays all my bills, call me later.
Right.
And then the young lad is also, he makes a lot of phone calls, which he kind of got from me. I do a lot of, when I take care of business. In between music, I'll make a phone call on the road happily.
No, don't do that. It's a break. It's like people can't touch you, and you can just rock out to your music.
No, but I'm talking about if it's a long, not in a 20-minute drive. If I got like 6 hours in the car, I'm gonna make a few calls.
Okay.
Because I don't want to blow other times of my day having to go through. It's not the calls I'm loving to have. It's like business crap. I'm in the car anyway. I'll do it. Anyway, my point is this. But otherwise, I'm blasting music. In fact, I was driving my son to college once up in Indiana a few years ago, and I was giving him he said something about he mentioned the Jayhawks.
Sure.
And I said, oh, you've never heard these records? They're great. And I'm giving him the whole thing. We were on the same label, met those guys in 1990. I'm giving the whole story, right? Yeah. And then we go through the first record, the first American record on the label, Def American at the time, Hollywood Town Hall. He's like, yeah, this is good. I go, hang on. Check out Tomorrow the Green Grass, Jack. And we put that on, and we're about 5 songs in, and he finally goes, Dad. I go, what? He goes, do you not realize how loud this is? I'm just, every song, I'm turning it up more and more and more. And I just went, oh my God, yeah, you're right. I was in a complete cocoon.
Yeah.
of 90s, just heaven driving through cornfields in Indiana. He's like, seriously, this is ridiculous. What's wrong with
Passion has no volume.
Wow, that's a T-shirt.
Thanks.
Let's get on that.
Yeah.
What's the last thing you remember, like, intentionally putting on in the car just to crank it up and go bananas? Like, oh my God, I got to hear this song right now. Is there anything like lately?
Yeah. Right. So we've had some kind of cool nostalgic shows come through town lately, and Deftones being one of them. And I hadn't listened to Deftones in a long time, and so leading up to that show, there was a lot. And in Deftones is it's progressive, hard, alt metal kind of. You have to listen to it loud, otherwise, what are you doing?
Ryder?
This very station, anytime AC/DC comes on,
Dang,
it is
that's
going
right.
up to 11.
That's right.
Fair. That's fair.
That's a fact. What are you doing while you're driving? And speaking of driving, the state of Ohio has a
Yeah.
I mean, more than one.
Well, Mike.
Yeah, they have
God,
a
don't
lot of
get me
problems.
started.
Yeah.
Sorry, Finley. Sorry, Lima, however you pronounce it. No, they have a problem with their drivers. A lot of Ohioans, well, you know what? They get on the highway and then they look up and they're like, oh, there's my exit. And so they just stop their car to let traffic pass so they don't miss their exit, because people in Ohio have never been taught that their exits there's another one coming up. You can take that one and turn around. You can use any number of GPS apps your phone probably has to figure out how to make up the lost time. You can do a lot of things other than stopping your car in the middle of a stinking highway because you're about to miss your exit.
I see that here all the time.
Oh, yeah. I had it happen just in the last week on 55. A guy just by the way, in the right lane, no hazards on, no turn signal on, just sitting there. Now 55 is not 94, but still, it's a highway.
What the hell was he waiting for?
Well, I just thought he had my assumption is, there must be car trouble.
Yeah.
And then I was the last car of the group to get past, and as soon as I went by, I look in the mirror, and he's just cutting across all lanes to get over to the left turn lane.
Unbelievable.
He had been just waiting in the right lane to do that.
I don't know why it's 394, but I see this on 394 all the time.
Yeah,
it drives me absolutely insane.
Completely insane. But it's so bad in the state of Ohio, they're literally going public with it and asking people.
Oh, wow.
There's no excuse for putting people in harm's way just so you can avoid maybe a 2 or 3 minute detour. Just because you happen to be in the wrong lane and you don't have enough time to get over to your exit, just go to the next one. We just need people to pay attention and drive responsibly. And that's not a hard ask. That's an easy fix, and it doesn't cost anything, but it could save lives, and that's what we're trying to do here.
What is the one thing you see the most? What's the one driving habit? Okay, we're all in Minnesota, so let's just keep it here. What's the Minnesota driving habit? You can snap your fingers, you can wave a magic wand, and everyone stops doing it. What is it, Ryder?
What is it?
Yeah.
Oh, geez.
It's just too many to think of.
I know. My brain is overloaded.
This one is a big one. The standard one, I mean, it's always, but it's true no matter where you go, is just people on the interstate in the left lane going the speed limit.
Right.
Forever makes me crazy.
Yeah.
But that's how we drive in Minnesota.
I would actually, that one drives me bonkers too. There's one way to generalize this, but one specific one for me, I would actually tolerate the left lane slowpoke all day if we could get rid of tailgaters. Because that is just such an easy way for disaster. Like, I promise you don't have F1 reflexes, all right? If something goes haywire, we're all screwed because of you.
You don't have F1 brakes either.
Correct.
651-989-ROCK. If you are going to change one thing, if you can wave that wand in every bad habit or the one biggest one, what is it? What driving what driving rule or law are you changing, or what bad habit are you changing? I'll take them all. Talk about poking the bear.
Light them up.
Man, we're talking about just ridiculous driving situations. There's a PSA. People in Ohio are being told, hey, guys, when you're on the highway, just don't stop.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
Don't stop because you're about to miss your exit.
Yeah.
Go ahead and keep going and then take the next exit. It's real simple.
Okay.
Oh, and by the way, it's your fault.
Yeah.
Right? So it's not all of everybody else on the road's fault that you missed your exit.
That's
to be
exactly
fair to
right.
people in Ohio, I have driven through Cincinnati, and sometimes if you don't take the exit, you accidentally end up in Kentucky, and that's a whole nother ball of wax.
That's very true. It's real easy to do. The
Find a new
Cincinnati
place to live then.
Yeah, Cincinnati. You're like, well, it's just Newport. How different can it be? Real different. Trust me.
Yeah.
Newport, Kentucky, the original Sin City. Look it up. Watch yourself. But we've got a lot of people lighting up the text line, Paul.
We got so many. I'll rattle through a bunch of them quickly here. Andrea, not using turn signals. duh. That's just a duh. Mike, people need to learn how to zipper merge. Couldn't agree more. Zipper merging is like, it's so fantastic. It makes everything life easy.
But I was here first.
I know. I can't believe that person's trying to sneak in front of me, man.
It's just that I'm so nervous they're never going to let me in that I get over way too early.
Well, you know what? Better than being the person who doesn't let someone in.
But we're the problem.
Well, that's very true. Oh, I see what you're saying.
The giant backup in the one lane and the other, and we're supposed to be 2 lanes, but I'm just nervous people are going to be jerks.
That's very true. Well, but that's learned behavior because people are jerks. People really think that zipper merge is fine as long as you get behind me.
I don't have a name, but stay off the damn cell phone. Couldn't agree more. This is a good one, especially those of us that drive in early, or if you drive around late at night. Chris in Bloomington, the thing I would change is that if you have a headlight out, replace it. Don't just drive around with your high beams on. Also, the usual, stay out of the left lane, learn how to merge, and learn how to let others merge. Wow, Chris is covering them all, actually.
I'm a real stickler. This is something this is right there with my don't get on an elevator that I'm trying to get off. I mean, it's like a lifelong pet peeve.
Yeah.
The second it's raining, if you don't have your headlights on, I want to run you off the road.
Yeah.
It's like, dude, it's not so you can see, it's so we can see you. Yes. There's a difference. It drives me, and at dusk, different times of day, and I'm always like, who's turning? Because basically any car made in this century, you have to manually turn the lights off. You know, they automatically come on when they should be on.
Right.
I'm saving these headlamps. They'll only last 41 years.
Yeah.
It's like, just leave your lights on all the time.
It's so funny you said that because
Rub by Rider's like, okay, she's had enough of me.
It's so funny though when you said dusk, because when I see somebody and it's starting to get dark out and their headlights aren't on, first thing I do is I look to see if street lights are on, because if the street lights are on, your headlights are supposed to be on.
Yeah,
it's like the first thing I do. It drives me nuts as well.
Stuff.
But me and Mr. Ryder get into this fight all the time. Like, especially if I'm driving in his car, I manually turn the lights on and off because he doesn't know how to do it. Like, he's become so dependent on the auto headlights that if I mess with it a little bit, he will freak out because he can't figure out how to turn them on. Wow. So I just like having that where I know how to do it.
I'm going to suggest that this is a bigger problem than the headlights.
Yeah.
And I love Mr. Ryder, great guy, but we might need to get some tests done. It's not that tough. You see where I'm going with this? Let's think big picture here.
Yeah.
And I do want to hit up all the people who called in and said, please stop texting and driving. So there you go.
Very good. I've always loved, going back really quickly, I just thought of this. The state of Georgia, down in the southeastern part of these here United States of America, every time you enter that state, the signs all say, welcome to Georgia, lights on when raining. I love that.
Are you serious?
Yeah, that's why I lived there for 13 years. I was like, these are my people.
Yes.
That's all I care about.
I know.
If you are about to miss your exit, just keep going.
Okay.
Because there's a whole lot of people that just come to a complete stop on the highway. Like, but there's my exit, and I didn't realize it was coming. So they have to go out and say, like, hey, PSA, keep driving. Get off at the next exit.
We're guilty, too.
The fact that we have to say these things is just so ridiculous.
It is.
I see stories like that, and I immediately go hardcore. Like, we should be like Germany. It should cost like $1,000 to get a driver's license, and you have to pass multiple tests, and you have to like do they should make it so hard. And then I forget that car companies run America. And that'll never happen.
That's part of it for sure.
Yeah. So not a chance. But no shortage of suggestions or grievances.
Man,
it's just a smorgasbord of you got to be kidding me's today.
School bus driver Ernestine said, "People who blow through the school bus, stop arms. Stop it. Last 10 years, so bad. 5 to 10 times a day. I'm not kidding." We're talking about kids.
I think sometimes people get confused about those signs. So when the stop sign comes out on the side of the bus, if you're behind the bus, you're supposed to stop. And if you're in front of the bus, you're supposed to stop too. Now,
Is that true?
Yeah.
It's a stop sign.
Yeah.
It's no different than any stop sign that's in the ground.
You mean
or
if
any
you're in
stoplight.
front of the bus but coming towards the bus?
Yes, if you're on the other side of the street.
Got it. I was like in my rear view mirror. Okay, sorry.
There's a really easy way to remember this. If there's a bus stop and it's stopped and the arm is out,
just stop. Yeah, that's it.
Don't move.
It's
now,
pretty simple.
I did have a real Minnesota moment the other day. I was driving by. I have to drive by a school on the way home from work, and I sometimes go by when the kids are getting on the bus. But it was like way early, and somebody just had the stop sign out on the side of the bus. There were no kids around at all, and I'm like, well, I need to stop here because the stop sign is out. And then it was just the bus driver like taking selfies in front of the bus. And I was like,
God!
Oh man!
Okay, maybe don't do that either. Good
Did
Lord!
you guys ride a bus to school when you were kids?
Oh
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did, and through 4th grade, I had to walk to school. It was really close.
Sure.
I did that too, yeah.
And man, when I got to 5th grade and suddenly I was on the bus, I've never been more excited about anything in my life, I don't think.
Oh,
my God. And the bus came right to the end of my driveway. Like, I didn't even have to walk up the street.
Chauffeur
lucky
service.
you.
I was it was a street called Circle Drive, which was, wait for it, in a circle.
Oh.
And the bus would come in at one end, and it just made a little, when I moved in and I was there, they were like, oh, I can swing through there. Bus number 100. And I just had to be at my own mailbox at 7:25 in the morning, and I'd get on the bus, and I was like, this is so awesome. I loved riding the bus for about a month. And then I was like,
and then it got old.
God, I really wish I was walking to school again. Yeah. Because when you walk to school, you got all kinds of things you can get into on the way. It's like your life is a family circus cartoon.
On the bus, there's all kinds of things you get into.
That's very true.
At least when I was riding the bus, there were no grown-ups around, so we got to have a lot of fun.
That's very true. There was one very, very shrewd, angry-voiced woman in the front of that bus, and otherwise, it was just Jungle Rules. Yeah, it was Lord of the Flies going on for sure.
I got another one from Katie. I love this, and I love her wording, too. People not giving it the onion when getting onto a highway or interstate, which giving it the onion means putting the pedal to the metal. You're merging with people doing 65-plus. Arg. I agree, Katie. You get up to speed. That's what that whole thing is for. It's not there to just,
Oh, and by the way, not that everyone isn't aware of this, but when I first got to town, all of those quick, you better get over while this guy's getting off because the entrance and the exits are all within 6 feet of each
close.
other.
Yeah.
Who designed that? That's not normal. For Minnesotans, go the rest. Trust me, I've never lived anywhere where, you're on 394 and you want to get on 100 and here comes these guys entering and you got to exit and we have about 1 second to make a decision. That was interesting for me. First few months I was in town, I was like, wow, you guys really trust that we're all paying attention.
Yeah.
Well, you're supposed to.
Well, I know, but man, it's quick decisions. A lot of braking, a lot of accelerating.
It is. I always feel like I'm going to get in an accident on those suckers, and it hasn't happened yet. Like,
Good.
magically, it just all works out.
Well, it's good. It just pure focus. Adrenaline and focus is never a bad thing behind the wheel.
I got one more for you, a quick one. From Blue. People who drive with their dog's butt in their face. 1, yuck. 2, big distraction.
That's fair.
Okay. Yeah.
Blue from Lakeville. Nice.
Man.
Oh, and Ron, people don't know how to use a roundabout. That's another one.
Gorman in the morning. Coming right back. 92 KQRS. Streaming from 92KQRS.com. Gorman in the morning is back. 92 KQRS.
So many text messages.
Endless.
I am going to share this one from Terry on the lane splitting, lane filtering, new thing for the motorcycles.
Yeah.
Let me say I love motorcycles. On the fence about the new driving lane rule. Had multiple bikes drive in between lanes on the freeway. It just freaked me out. Felt like an accident waiting to happen. That's just me.
Yeah.
And I think the law is they shouldn't be buzzing, I think, more than like 25 miles an hour.
Right.
So
That's correct.
It's just when you're really slow.
Yep.
I did run into a situation where we're at a stoplight and the motorcycles all moved up. And I was like, I could see how this would
That makes sense.
really curb getting rear-ended for them.
Yeah,
for sure.
So,
and if you are driving slowly, as like you said, 25 and less, it keeps those bikes from getting hot. Keeps them from overheating, keeps them moving. And there's also they can only go. There's a 10 mile an hour over whatever the speed limit is anyway. With the splitting, there's several rules that I'm trusting our two-wheeled friends are more aware of than I am.
Yeah. Well, the only thing I would say to Terry is if she's out and they're splitting lanes out on the freeway, at freeway speeds, they're doing it wrong.
That's true.
But yeah, I've had it happen to me as well, and it like I'm with Terry. It did freak me out a little bit, but I also got it as soon as I saw him come up in my review. I actually moved over a little bit in the lane to just give them the space that they need. You know, so it definitely I can see it working. It's just going to take some adjustment.
Also, if they started making this noise,
there it is.
They should be obligated to use that as they're coming up on us.
I think that would make it a little more helpful.
651-989 Rock. Let's keep them coming. All the driving pet peeves.
Mike in Buffalo is he's not happy about all the ducks that are on the dashes of Jeeps. How about those Jeep drivers with all the ducks in the dash? Why don't they get pulled over for obstruction of vision? Go back to the bathtub.
I'm sorry. What am I missing?
Have you not seen the ducks across the dash of Jeeps?
I guess I'm not paying close enough attention.
Yeah, it's a Jeep thing. Like, they trade ducks with each other. They're little rubber duckies.
Oh, no, that's not what a Jeep is for.
No.
It's obnoxious, I think,
Yeah.
but I also think there are bigger things that we can worry about than ducks on a dash.
I
It's
guess
just
so.
me.
Yeah, fair enough.
We got confirmation on a couple things. I believe it's illegal in the state of Minnesota to camp out in the left lane. It is. I checked. That one from Matt from Stillwater.
Doesn't stop anyone.
No, it sure
does
doesn't.
not.
They should start pulling. You know what? They need to make
Citizens
money.
arrest?
Yeah. Well, no. The state patrol needs to. State Patrol needs to raise a little extra fundage.
Yeah, man.
Start pulling people over for that. Also, it's a law in Minnesota, lights on when it's raining. I've been pulled over for it. That's from Mark. Don't be like Mark.
Good.
Yeah, don't be a Mark.
I'm digging that. We would love to give away some tickets to see the L.A. Kings at the Grand Casino Arena versus the Wild on October 13th. And we're going to, in fact, do just that. We're going to have to, you're going to have to earn them, though. We're going to play a game called WTF, Wisconsin, Texas, Florida, Fletcher's Edition.
Yeah.
The first caller to ID all three WTF states will win sweet tickets to see the game. Let's get to it. Paul, you have pulled 3 stories from the news.
That's correct. They could be from Wisconsin, Texas, or Florida. However, they could be all from Florida, or it could be 2 and 1, or it could be one of each. But It is always Wisconsin, Texas, or Florida. We start with number 1. A couple dudes that really got heated over a Netflix name.
Tonight, 2 teens are behind bars, and you're not going to believe how this whole thing started. Investigators say it was over a Netflix account. So now 18-year-old Anthony Constante and 19-year-old Brian Reynolds face charges of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. Now, a moment ago, I mentioned the Netflix account. The victim in this case says that Reynolds and Constante changed the name on his Netflix account to something rude. So then when he went to confront the pair, they began fighting. Reynolds is accused of shooting the victim in the head, and now Constante and Reynolds are in the county jail.
Wow. Okay, wait. So if he changed the name, can you still sign in? Because I get it. Like, the first season of Quarterback was really good, and I might get a little feisty over that.
Sure.
It's just the login name. It's just the display. It seems like a bit much for a shot to the head. That seems a bit aggressive.
I think there was a backstory here. I think this was the final straw, not the first.
It has to be.
I could use a Netflix special on this very situation.
I tried like hell to find audio of Mr. Reynolds or Mr. Constante, and was unsuccessful.
That's unreal. All right, that's a heck of a start.
Okay.
All right, number 2. You remember in Home Alone we had the Wet Bandits?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Well, now we have, at a specific restaurant in a specific part of the country, we have the Wetsuit Bandit.
We start with a Channel 9 exclusive that is almost unbelievable. It happened at... Good afternoon, I'm Greg Gorman.
And I'm Martha Sagowski. Deputies are looking for this man. They believe he swam up to a restaurant last night in a wetsuit and robbed it for thousands of dollars. Channel 9's Nick Pampatonis working this exclusive for us. He's live outside of... Nick, that suspect still on the run?
It's not clear where he got in and out of the water from. It could have been right here, frankly. That is the restaurant behind us, which was a crime scene at midnight. This man swam up to the replica steamboat, stripped off his wetsuit, and robbed the restaurant of at least $10,000 in cash. A heavily redacted report showing it happened after the restaurant closed and the manager was counting money to put into the safe. Investigators said after the man spray painted the security camera, he forced 2 employees to get into the corner of the room and close their eyes. The robbery taking about 2 minutes before the man left and the employees called 911. Investigators believe the man, who was described as wearing clothes and a beanie by the employees, put his scuba gear on, got back into the water, and swam off. Nobody was hurt in this robbery. Investigators are still working this. It's live in Papantonis, Eyewitness News.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, how about that guy? That's you know what? Points for creativity.
Yeah.
I love. Did you guys pick up on the gal at the very beginning who was very proud to say still on the run?
Oh, yeah.
Because he was swimming.
Sure.
Yeah, she was really proud of that.
I get you.
I'm just so distracted by the fact that Sea Salt right by Minnehaha Falls is going to close on Sunday for the season that I can't even think about this one too much.
Okay.
Just pro tip, anybody who likes seafood.
Sure.
At least they're not being swam up on, you know? That's good. All right, number 3, we've got a gas station snatcher. He's an opportunist, and, he didn't get away with it.
The thief went searching for gold but got caught in the act. Police say this man stole about $32,000 worth of jewelry from an unlocked car parked at the racetrack on Pine Island Road. Edward Franco is there with how police tracked him down.
You've probably done it before, forgetting to lock your car when going to the gas station. That's what one man did when he went to this racetrack, and when he came back soon afterwards, he was missing $32,000 worth of jewelry in his car. New security camera video shows a man looking in the car next to him. He opens the door, grabs what's inside, then leaves in a hurry.
If you're going to be doing vehicle burglaries, you're not going to get away with it.
Police says a man left his black Mercedes-Benz unlocked with a Coach jewelry box and an iPhone 15 in plain view. When he got back, it was all stolen.
Obviously, I know that this is you. You've already been identified. I have your license plate. I know that you had the cap replaced or the whole wheel replaced. Is that correct?
You get caught doing everything.
I know, man.
Yeah, man. Body camera video captured the reaction when officers arrested Carlos Jimenez Delgado at a northeast home. A viewer sent a picture of officers at the house on Monday.
And so they show up there, they talk to him, and at first he was denying it and then ended up cooperating and admitting to what had happened.
Police charged Delgado with grand theft. They say that they're still investigating to see where the rest of the jewelry went.
There you go.
Man.
Dudes, yeah. I love that they had everything on him. He's like, all he has left to say was, man, you guys got it all.
Yeah.
Yeah, we do. Buddy, you're done.
Can I just offer up the one piece of advice that Dad gave me that I actually follow, which is, kiddo, if you don't want crap stolen, don't leave it in your car.
There is that.
Yep.
There is that. All right, there's your 3 stories. Ryder, do we have a caller who's got the answers correct?
Oh, Michelle has got it all figured out.
Michelle cracked the code, huh?
Right on, Michelle. All right, so to recap the 3 stories, Fletcher, tell us what we got.
Number 1, you had a couple of dudes that got in a scuffle that turned into a shot in the head over a stupid Netflix name.
Okay.
Michelle, where do you think that is?
Oh, hold on.
Oh, what?
Let me and Ryder
you guys have to guess first. Sorry.
Okay.
My bad. I got excited.
Just everything is bigger and more impactful in Texas, so I'm going with Texas.
Okay.
I am going sunny FLA, Florida.
Okay.
Michelle, can you tell him the correct answer?
Texas.
Oh.
Boom.
Come on, Michelle.
It's not Michelle's fault.
That's right. I apologize, Michelle.
Gosh,
I
man.
apologize.
All right. The second one, we had the wetsuit bandit, the guy that went in the wetsuit, robbed a restaurant for $10,000.
Right.
Ryder, what's that smell like to you?
It seems like Florida to me. I think seafood, I think Florida.
I am with you there. I thought also Florida.
Okay. Michelle, give him the good news.
Yes, that was obviously Florida.
Good job.
Right.
I tried to make that one ambiguous, but it was just not to be.
If it had been a lake in Wisconsin, boy, I was going to be hot.
How great would that have been? You jump in the lake on the other side of the lake, swim to the other side. Number 3, we have the opportunist, the gas station snatcher. There's a Mercedes unlocked. He grabs $32,000 worth of jewelry, an iPhone, etc., etc. Ryder, what's it smell like to you?
All that jewelry and the Mercedes. It seems like someplace fancy to me, like Miami. I'm going with Florida.
Okay.
I said it right in my mind. I was like, this is a 3-fer. You're trying to do it. So I'm sticking with it, even though it won't be a 3-fer because I missed Texas. I'm saying Florida again.
All right. Well, maybe I made things too easy today. Michelle, what's the right answer?
Yeah, it was Florida.
All right, 2 out of 3 ain't bad, but Ryder, well done.
Me and Michelle in sync.
Sometimes when something is super obvious, it's just obvious. It's not. There isn't a red herring. It's real. Yeah. I tried to disguise them a little bit to throw you guys off, but it was tough.
Right on, Michelle. Congrats. You won a ticket. You got sweet tickets to see the Kings on October 13th. Enjoy that. Yeah. I'm sure you will. Many, many years ago, I would have said 10 or 15 or 24 years ago, a comedy troupe called The Broken Lizard put out a little film called Super Troopers.
Yeah.
And I had several people say, you got to see it. You got to see it. And I'm like, yeah, whatever. You got to see it. And this is in the time of children and, a baby and very busy. And I wasn't getting to movie theaters that easily. And I fine, I'll go. And the first 7 minutes of the movie Super Troopers, I was crying, literally with tears running down my face. I was laughing so hard. I was panting, and I was missing lines of the movie because I was instantly laughing that hard.
I'm so glad you said that, because I've said to so many people, friends of mine that haven't seen it, that the first scene through what when they take off for Mexico, it's right in the conversation of the greatest comedies ever. It's so good.
2 movies I didn't think that were going to do that to me. The first Ace Ventura, where he's doing the UPS thing and he's just walking and destroying the package.
Yeah.
Just that, the physical comedy of that alone, and the idea that that's what he's doing with the package. I remember I can't believe I'm laughing this hard, but I couldn't stop. And Super Troopers was the other one. Pulling the stoners over and the way those cops are messing with them and driving backwards. I still remember. I mean, I'm laughing now. One of the members of that troupe, if you will, Erik Stolhanske, has got a few things cooking, and he's going to call into this very show. We will be speaking with the man in about 5 minutes and a few songs.
Gorman in the morning. Coming right back. 92 KQRS. Streaming from 92KQRS.com. Gorman in the morning is back. 92 KQRS.
Some pretty exciting news right here. Erik Stolhanske's on the horn with us. Calling in Erik Stolhanske, of course, a member of the Broken Lizard comedy group.
Hell yeah.
And I'm just getting this calling from the set of the new Superman movie. Man, that's great.
Superman. Yeah.
Wow. I mean, so did they fit you? Is the cape fit? You got the tights on? What's happening over there?
Yeah, the tights are as tight as they come. I decided to go with kind of knee-high tight short thingies.
Attaboy.
You're going to love it.
No, that's fantastic. The Man of Steel. No, of course, it's Super Troopers 3 on the set right now. So that begs the obvious question. We go to a batting cage right now. What speed are you confidently raking the ball?
90.
Really?
Come on.
Seriously?
Confidently?
Yeah.
80. 80.
Okay, 80. All right. Fair enough. By which I think you mean 70. And by the way, no shame in that.
No.
I used to love playing baseball, but that might be challenging at this point.
Mm-hmm.
I go for 50.
Yeah, right. Whatever it takes, man.
You're in pretty outstanding shape, though.
Yeah, I try to stay in shape. I got to be for the movies. I had to get back in shape for this film. Being a cop again and all.
Yeah, no, we can't have you not looking. It's all about the uniform. It's all about the fit.
Absolutely.
The mustache and the uniform, yeah.
Yeah.
It's fantastic.
Hey, guys, I got a mustache in this one.
Nice.
That's fantastic. So what you're implying is that you aren't always sporting the mustache, and I have to ask, why is that? Why not?
Why not 24/7?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm about to lose this thing in a couple days.
Come on, man.
I don't know. It gets in your mouth.
Fair enough.
Oh, I love that.
It's kind of fun, but I don't know if I'm definitely not going to keep it very long.
So let me ask you this: you guys, you're all big movie stars now, but then you come back together for the third Super Troopers movie. Are you?
Yeah.
And Brian Cox shows back up on set. Are you giving him grief about Succession and stuff? I mean, think about what that guy's been through since you guys made your first movie. He's had a couple of parts.
Oh my gosh! I mean, he's become the biggest actor in the world.
Yeah.
And he was sort of unknown when we made the first one, and he had done, Hannibal and Rushmore and stuff, but people didn't really know Brian Cox when the first one came out. And now he can't go out anywhere without wearing a baseball cap, and people want his autograph or just tell him to F off.
Yeah, right. yeah, really. It's there are worse things to have, like as like when strangers come up and want to ask you something or they associate you with something. Being the best F offer on earth, it's kind of cool, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think on Cameo he gets $500 every time to pay people. The people pay him to tell them to F off for $500.
Wow, man, that's gold right there.
Hey, Eric. Yeah. Hey, Eric. It's your old pal Paul.
Hey, buddy.
I would think Brian Cox actually going out in a ball cap and sunglasses. That's just going to be Logan Roy. So that doesn't help.
That's true. That's true.
Hey, so
he doesn't get a break at all.
Absolutely. So I'm curious. There was such a massive gap between the original and 2. And then this one happened quickly. Of course, 2, you did your own crowd funding for. Largely made that independently. But this third one is through a big fancy studio. I assume you prefer through the big fancy studio. But what are the differences? The main differences of making 2 as opposed to making 3?
Well, when we had to raise our own money, it took forever.
Yeah.
It took years and years and years, and had to do the independent campaign and all that kind of stuff. So when it took a long time to write this movie, we've spent the last 3 years writing it. So I think it's the best thing we've ever done. Biggest jokes, just it's going incredibly well. But it gets made more quickly. If a studio is just willing to put down the money, it just gets made. As soon as they say let's go.
You still have your penthouse, right? That they gave you that you funded yourself for 2?
No, I do not. I never had a penthouse. I had the garage apartment penthouse thing.
That's right.
Erik Stolhanske from Broken Lizard, also the Super Troopers dudes, is on Gorman in the Morning with us. You're a local guy, a Minneapolis native. Are you a Vikings fan?
Huge.
So yeah, I mean, have you given up? I mean, 4 weeks in, are you still on board?
Man, I don't know. I keep waiting. I always think they're going to come back at the end like they do every year, but came a little short this week.
Yeah.
Up a little short. I don't know what to make of them. Supposed to have the best defense, but yet they give up all these points, but then they're great. I don't know. I like every play. I'm starting to figure it out.
So
I feel bad. Our whole line's so depleted. It's kind of hard.
It's rough. It's definitely rough. Eric, so and I also know I'm looking at like copious amounts of information about your life. This is actually like an FBI file we have on you. I mean, there's way more information than you're probably happy with us having. But Colgate University, as a kid from Minneapolis, how does Colgate jump off the map?
That's a good question. I had a buddy in high school whose dad had went there, and so I went out and did a little college tour when I was in high school, and I thought it was a really great school, really cool. I liked it. Kind of shot for the stars of where I could get in, and I think I got lucky.
Okay.
Like you kind of just throw a dart where you think you can't get in, and then maybe they felt sorry for me or something and let me in.
Sure. Okay, that checks out. Now, did any of the guys in Broken Lizard, were they all at Colgate, or was it later when you went to New York? How did you guys all come together?
Yeah, we formed a comedy group while at Colgate.
Okay.
Started it while we were there, and that comedy group still exists. And interesting enough, right now, Jay plays Thorny in the movie, and then Kevin, who plays Farva in Super Troopers, both his kids are now in that comedy group at Colgate.
Oh, that's awesome.
Wow.
Very cool.
That's a legacy right there, baby.
Yeah, it's pretty wild.
I mean, and I mean, they're not as good as you guys were, though, right? I mean, come on.
Oh, come on. Right?
You know how that is. Nice try, kids. You say things like, no, I see what you're trying to do. You say things like that.
Say again, sorry.
No, I'm sure you give them notes like, I see what you're trying to do. And it sounds like you're being supportive, but you're making sure they know who's the real kings.
Yeah, we've got to undercut them, right? They can't get more popular than us.
You're a kid growing up in Minneapolis. First rock concert you ever saw, what was it?
I think it's the Kinks.
Ooh.
Cool.
Kinks. I used to go to a lot of shows, man. I saw Rush, The Police, Prince, Madonna. I think I saw Prince's Purple Rain tour.
Oh, that was that was a successful time for Prince, if memory serves.
Yeah. I think he recorded a couple of those early albums in Hopkins, where I grew up, and to see on the record, like Hopkins, Minnesota, and I thought that was the coolest thing in the world.
Yeah.
But Steve Gorman, can I interview you? I'm a huge music fan. I get more geeked out and nervous talking to rock stars. Black Crows, and you know who I like? I mean, I love the Black Crows, obviously iconic, but I love the Stereophonics.
Oh, no kidding!
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, huge fan.
Well, yeah, I had a good. It was a fun time playing with those lads. We played once in Minneapolis when I was with them, January or February of 2004. You were already long gone. You were a star by then, so you weren't hanging out at some freezing cold club where we were opening for Howie Day of all people.
Oh my God!
Well, I never would have guessed. I think he'd be open for you.
Yeah. Well, trust me. Imagine my surprise.
Yeah. Overseas, Howie Day definitely would have been opening for. Then again, he would have been on the same bill.
You guys were playing with Oasis, weren't you?
What's that?
Weren't you guys playing with Oasis? I mean, you guys were huge.
Stereophonics was not that. The Crows toured with Oasis. Stereophonics, I never was dealing with them with that situation. But Stereophonics just did some dates in the U.S. like last week, which I didn't even know was happening. I just saw something online. But if you ever need Stereophonics tickets, man, I got you. Just let me know.
Oh man, I would love it. I would love it.
Yeah. Oh, we got the hookup. So I'm, of course, expecting you to ask me to come be in a scene in the new movie for that. So you see how this is going.
Mm-hmm. Well, how about 4? Yeah, we got a Super Troopers 4.
Oh, you know what? I like that. I like 4. Foreigner 4, Led Zeppelin 4. We landed on the moon when I turned 4. So that's a good number for me. Let's go.
Yeah, you see the thing. Go ahead, Eric.
No, I said 4 sticks. Yeah, let's do it. 4. Let's shoot for 4.
All right, I like it. Yeah, they've for some reason Super Troopers 3 is on lock. Like I've got Legacy. My face is in Super Troopers 2 multiple times, and I can't get into 3. Mm-hmm. I don't know what the hell the problem is, but he's telling me about unions and whatnot. It's a bunch of garbage.
Well, 3 was a bigger studio, like you mentioned with the crowdfunding. It was a little bit more locked down, but 4, we'll open it up.
Okay.
Yeah. No, you definitely got a face for crowdfunding, Paul.
I'm not even
you
sure
got top billing in 2 days.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't even know what that means, but thank you, I think.
Eric, I can tell you we all look very forward to seeing this film.
Hell yeah.
It is an absolute pleasure to talk with you, man. I've appreciated your work for a long time, and I can't stand saying stuff like that because I know it always sounds like I'm just saying it. But, man, I'm a huge fan. Thanks for calling in.
I'm a huge fan of you. You guys.
Well, look at this then.
My God, get a room.
Come in studio so I can meet you guys.
Anytime.
Promote the movie.
Anytime. Bring it.
I'd love to be in studio with you guys.
Yeah.
Well, the only problem is you got to commit to the whole 4 hours, 6 to 10. you do that, brother. You're here anytime.
I would love to do 4 hours.
Mm-hmm. We got coffee. Bring it.
Let's do it.
Heck yeah.
Thanks, Eric. We'll talk to you soon.
Thanks. Talk soon.
Erik Stolhanske right there. Broken Lizard is the comedy group. Super Troopers, as I said earlier, just if you've never seen that first one, I don't know how that's possible. Do yourself a favor. My God, that is funny.
2 is pretty damn good.
Yeah,
I mean,
it is.
It's not. I mean, the original is the original, right? But hey, if you want one like off the cuff or offshoot of Stolhanske content, his cameo on Curb Your Enthusiasm as Sven Johnson, the golf pro, is fantastic. It's like 40 seconds.
That's right.
It's super easy. Find it.
I remember that, and I didn't even realize that's who it was.
Yeah, with the long hair. Oh,
fantastic.
Yeah, flowing, long and flowing.
It's time for the last word. This is a good word. This is the word we've all been waiting for.
And didn't think was possible at times.
$136 million. That's what Kirill Kaprizov just signed for. He is locked down and loaded for the Minnesota Wild, an 8-year extension. If you're trying to do the math, that's $17 million per.
Ooh, good for him.
Good for us.
Yeah. Can I color in some stuff here?
Please.
First of all, highest overall contract in the history of the NHL.
Yep.
Highest per year in the history of the NHL.
Yep.
Now, if you're hearing that going, well, what are we going to do? How are we going to sign other players? The NHL and the NHLPA have said the next 3 years, significant jumps are expected in the salary cap.
Yep.
Okay.
So that's going to make this a much more affordable contract than it has been in the past. The other thing I love is our friend Jesse Pierce turned me onto this. Like next week, if they wouldn't have got this done, they would have only been able to sign him for 7 years.
Oh, great.
So they got another year out of this because they jumped the gun because there's new collective bargaining rules that are going to be kicking in. I'm so excited. I thought he was gone. I really did.
It's great news. It's really, really, really great news. And before you start to take it for granted, just imagine if it hadn't happened. Okay? So the Wild, the prospects for the Wild sincerely, considerably raised within the last hour. Tomorrow on this very show, we're going to play Beat the Jock for Minnesota Wild tickets. Where you'll go and
out.
see the $17 million man yourself. Fletcher, what's coming up next?
You know what? We're going to get into the 10 o'clock hour with a song from maybe the biggest band of the 80s. Just before that, one of the biggest bands from the 90s. So that'll kick off the 10 o'clock hour. That's a pretty good way to do it.
Just a bunch of homers. You're going right to the top of the charts.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Home runs right out of the gate, baby.
Keep it right here. Minnesota's 92 KQRS.
Gorman in the morning is also Gorman on the go. Get the 92 KQRS app and stream live or catch the Gorman in the morning podcast anytime. 92 KQRS.